Sorry, you know what? You know what I did? My bad. I had my speaker plugged in. When I get my external speakers plugged in, there's no sound. Thank you, GTAIV man. So thank you very much. Now we got the voice. So anyway, so I got a request from somebody in Poland, and generally I don't dig these things out of the ground, but because he's such a good customer, I've sold him a lot of palm trees and seeds over the years. He requested that if I could dig some Swampsonia seedlings out for him. He wanted to buy some, so I went down there this morning to the deep ravine. The water's flowing through the creek, and I dug them out. I dug them out some seedlings, some Trachycarpus fortunae seedlings, and I shipped them off to Poland today. So when I got to the, I was going to say, when I dug those seedlings out, the root system is different on them. The root structure is kind of different than a regular tray grown fortunae. So when I grow them in a tray, they seem to have a lot of roots all over the place. These ones had a really long root just going straight down. And it was wet down there. There are some growing, lots of them growing in the water. There's some under the water, and they're growing. The creek's flowing through there, and there's palm seedlings in the creek growing. It's crazy. So you can see a video. Wendy shot a video of me digging them out. I got a video, and I got more videos going. All over, Joe, I'm growing. Yeah, no kidding, man, David. It's not raining here right now, but we got our fair share of rain this morning, man. It was coming down in buckets. I haven't even looked at the rain gauge. I was so busy today. I'll look at the rain gauge tomorrow. I'm going to try finishing the back of my little garage tomorrow with the cedar, yellow cedar shakes, and then I can finish the other side of it. And then the whole thing's done. I only got 3 sides to do. We're not doing shakes where the door is. It's got a big door I built that garage years ago out of scrap material, and that's where I keep my motorbike, and Winter keeps her e-bike in there. So anyway, I'm at the post office, like I was going to say, and I said, and she says, how would you like to ship these palm seedlings? They're in the envelope already, and they know me because I ship a lot of things at the post office. And I said, just letter mail, like small package, letter mail, and air mail. And they said, well, there's not a lot of flights going from Canada to Poland these days, so it's going to take a lot longer. She says a minimum of 1 month to get from here to Poland. I said, that's crazy. She says, if you want to speed it up a little bit, but there's still no guarantee that's going to take any less time than a month, then you can send it the one step up, which is $95 for postage. $95 to ship to Poland a dozen palm seedlings. It's just like totally ridiculous. So I said, no, thank you. I will just ship it small package like I usually do. So I told my friend in Poland to be patient, really got to be patient. And, like I say, a minimum of 1 month to get there. It could be a month and a half before he gets them. So I packed them well. And palms, how's it going there? Good to see you in there. So I packed the palm seedlings well. And inside the envelopes that I use these envelopes here. I will show you. So these are the envelopes I use to ship my stuff. So inside is lined with plastic, okay? It actually holds the moisture in too, so which is a good thing. So anyway, I shipped the customer a dozen Trachycarpus fortunae variant Swampsonia. Now, the palms down there are growing like crazy. It's actually very beautiful in our ravine. It's full of western sword ferns, which are evergreen, salal, Oregon grape, which is all evergreen. And there are these palm trees growing in there, literally thousands of Trachycarpus palms, because over the years I've thrown a lot of seed in there. And somebody mentioned in a comment a while back, he says, can you imagine what that'll look like in 10 years? And, if I'm here in 10 years, I don't know if I'm going to be here in 10 years. The plan is to get to Costa Rica, but, the government is making it a lot harder to get out of Canada. That is the problem. And that's one of the reasons we want to leave Canada, because we don't like what's going on in Canada, the way they're running things. So we want to get to Costa Rica, but it looks like it's becoming more difficult to even get into Costa Rica. They're kind of making some of the same rules. What's up? Oh, really? To stop it? Hang on. Wendy's watching really good. So it's crumbling, right? It's going to crumble. So good news. There's a lot of these mandates in Canada right now, and things are starting to crumble, which is a good thing. Hey, like this hat. Wendy bought me this hat a while ago. She says, Joe, why do you wear that hat? It's kind of like a mafia hat. Is it kind of like a mafia hat? I am Italian, and I kind of like this hat, so I can wear it on live streams. I don't wear it outside, but I'll wear it on a live stream every so often. I saw something similar done near Odessa, like the Swampsonia, but bigger, like Odessa, Ukraine. There are palm trees in Odessa, Ukraine, and I can tell you, thanks, man. It's actually quite a comfortable hat, and I usually wear toques. I'm a toque guy, the Harley toque I like to wear, and you know I do a baseball cap too. I got some cool baseball caps. I got these caps. Oh God, I got a lot of caps. I got this cap. I like Hawaii too. So I got Hawaii caps. And anyway, I'll tell you something really cool. Palms, I'm going to tell you a good story here. So back in 1968, E&S Palms. So what's the whole story behind the swamp? So what's the difference about it? Well, the difference about it are these palms that have adapted to growing in standing in water for many, many months at a time. I'm not just talking standing water for like a week. I'm talking for months, from now till spring. Okay, so I'll tell you what I've done over the years, and I called them Swampsonia. That's not a real name. I just made it up, but it's kind of a cool name. So over the years, probably since the 1990s now, I've been chucking tens of thousands of seed in this very wet area in a deep ravine in the back of our property under the forest and in the forest, and it's shaded in there. And I think a lot of the seeds probably do rot. I don't think all of them grow, and there's rodents and stuff in there that probably eat some of the seeds, birds, whatever, squirrels. But the ones that do make it, these ones have adapted to these extremely wet growing conditions. So watch the videos. Watch the video I uploaded today, but go to Wendy's channel, Gulf Island Rock. She was down there shooting videos of me pulling out some of these Swampsonia palms to ship off to Poland. And these palms are growing fast. They're growing at a pretty fast rate. They're 100% neglected. They're beautifully green. And the tallest ones are actually taller than me now. And like I say, they are in very, very wet area. What can we call you, Palm Slinger? Palm Slinger Joe? Palm Slinger Joe. That's kind of a cool name. Well, I tell you what. Well, you know what my nickname is here on the island, and it's always been my nickname. So, you know, and I actually used it to my advantage. So we have our nursery is called Banana Joe's Nursery, right? And you know, my business cards all say that. So, I mean, I probably can't change my name now because I would have to change my business cards, right? I'd have to change those. And there's the backs of them. And then we have these ones too. I've had a lot of different business cards over the years. So anyway, the name of our nursery is Banana Joe's Palm Nursery, right? Do you think the opposite would work? I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you something about them growing in dry areas. So we have a lot of them growing. I throw seeds on the dry slope as too. On the dry slope going down to the ravine, extremely dry and rocky and terrible. There's some seedlings growing in there. Some of them do die in the summertime, but there are some that totally dry up and look like they're dead. They look like they're dead after about a month or two without any rain. Now they've actually come back. They've plumped back up again. We've got the rain. So they've adapted to growing on this rocky slope, but they're not the healthiest palms. I can tell you that. The ones that are growing in the ravine are healthy. Wow, that's great. You're almost making new survive better. It's crazy, E&S Palms, that these things, well, watch the videos. Watch the videos. Hello, Camel. How's it going? Nice fedora. Is that what you call that, a fedora? Okay, a fedora. So anyway, E&S Palms, it just boggles my mind, and you can watch my video, and I'm going to upload more videos. I'll upload another video tonight or tomorrow of them growing in the creek. There's lots of palm trees growing in the water, okay? And they're doing just fine. So stay tuned for videos on Gulf Island Rock, which is Wendy's channel. You can see some she's uploaded today, and on this channel. Later, buddy. Catch you later, David. And hang loose to you. Thanks for joining in, man. And join in anytime. And Camel, good to see you in there. I'd grow some trackies if I wasn't. Whereabouts are you again? You're probably in the tropics, right? So if we make it to Costa Rica. It depends on these rules and regulations that they've brought in. It's kind of crappy what's going on. All of my small trackies are in half sunshade. They get, yeah. So you guys get intense heat, and being at your latitude too, you're at a lower latitude. So I can see that getting burnt because I had leaf scorch from the heat burn on some of our Trachycarpus palms on the south side of the house from that heat dome we had in June, end of June. Got a nice palm tree growing beside our big tree fern there. And it actually, oh, you're in Florida. I was talking to Florida today on my two-way radio. I was talking to Pensacola. Florida. And I tell you what, I'm going to upload the video a little bit later, either on my other channel, probably on my other channel, on Jungle Joe C. And I'll upload the video of me, just a short talk to a guy in Pensacola, Florida. Talked to Alabama. I talked all over the U.S. today. I've got some Adonina. Oh, cool. Those are nice plants, aren't they? And you're in Southwest Florida. You can grow everything down there. Coconut palms where you are. Some places my pineapple is still being cool. Pineapple. I have some growing in the pot of the bananas I gave to Hal down the road. I'd love to get onto ham soon once again. Yeah, ham radio. Mine is a ham radio. So this right there, those are ham radios, but I go into 11 meter band with those, and I can talk on regular CB, but up above CB and below CB. So it's fun. There's nobody on there right now, but I was certainly doing a lot of talking today, and I did upload a video on here, me talking to a guy from Ontario. I love talking to people on that radio. I talk all over the world, talk to Florida lots, all the states we talk to. And it's more challenging than working on the computer here because you can talk to anybody on this thing. But there you got people actually talking back to you. Yeah, I can see your comments, but it's more real personal thing when you're talking to somebody on that because you can hear their voice. I get pineapple in the ground. Oh, cool. Pineapple. Nice. That pineapple is in the safest place. Cool. Well, you should get into ham radio too. You just got to take a course. A lot of people get into the 2 meter rigs, E into S palms. Or you know what? Just get a RCI radio with everything in it, with all the bands. Get an RCI 2970DX or an RCI 2980WX. Like I got Galaxy radios, good Ranger radios. There are lots of different radios out there, and you get a good antenna. You protect it with burlap, and if mild winter, it survives. That's pretty cool, palms. Pineapple. I tell you what. When we're on Maui, I plant a bunch of pineapples in the garden, and it's not my garden, but whenever I eat a pineapple, I take the top off, cut the top off of it, and you leave a little bit of the pineapple meat on there, and you let it dry for a day or two in the condo, and then you just kind of stick it in the garden, and they grow. So I had a whole bunch of pineapples in the garden on Maui, and you can see the videos here. I did upload videos. I put it in the corner of my yard, protected by the fence, and behind the fence is a pretty big loblolly, so it's protected. So maybe it'll go through the winter. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? We're supposed to get this wicked windstorm last night. It never panned out here where we are. But I talked to somebody that lives up high on the mountains on Salt Spring Island, and they got a lot of wind. So that's the disadvantage of living up on the mountains on Salt Spring Island. You get hammered by wind. Did also, Joe. Oh, you did. Okay, cool. So I think where you are, you got a good chance, palms, of growing a pineapple. And if it fruits, even better. But you know what? If it doesn't fruit, because it's a bromeliad, they have really cool leaves on them. Yeah, it probably will survive through the winter. Oh, cool. If it survives, that would be so cool. That's what you got to shoot a video of, a pineapple in South Carolina. So the ones I planted in the banana plant I gave to Banana Hal, I planted them a couple of years ago. They're growing and little babies coming off the side, but I don't think they're going to ever make babies, or not babies, fruit. Angela Sky is in there. My favorite radio broadcast. Art Bell. Oh, did he die? Did Art Bell die? No way. My first love. Was it really? You were really into CB radio? That is so cool. Maybe I talked to you back in the day. I've been on it since the 70s. I used to listen to Art Bell back in the 90s, coast to coast. And then it was George Norrie. George Norrie came in and took his place. He moved to the Philippines, I think, Art Bell, and he was married to a Filipino girl, right? He died last year. I liked Art Bell. He was awesome and a good radio voice. I'm a Northeastern U.S. guy originally, so I have a special place for you zone pushers. Right on. I'm also a pilot, so I have, oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to tell you a story. back in the 1970s, a pilot flies over and he hears me on his two-way radio. So he must have been tuned into my band. And the guy shows up at my door. I was just a kid. I was about 13 years old. And I said, I always wanted a beam antenna. Well, the guy was this master. He was a ham operator, but he's also a master at making antennas. So he made me this antenna, shows up at my door, didn't know the guy from Adam. And he makes me this antenna and he sets it up for me. That would have been 1978, late 77. No, 78, because I got into radios in 77. He died last year. That's sad, Angela. So you were actually into CB radio. That's pretty cool. My dad is a certified to operate 50 kilowatt. 50 kilowatt. Holy cow. I have half a kilowatt here. My biggest boot, I got two foot, I call them foot warmers. So one of them's half a kilowatt and the other one's 350 watts. Texas Star high drives with bilinears on them. So, I mean, I get out to where I want to talk. People hear me when I want to broadcast. This is where I broadcast, right? You know, I broadcast here, and this is my broadcast. This is my radio room, and these microphones I can crank up too. But here's another D104. But these are the boots right here on this side as well. These ones crank out the power. So when I want to talk to somebody, most of the time they hear me if the conditions are good. 50 kilowatts is a lot. That is a ton of power. We're not allowed to run any power like that here, I don't think. So, yeah, I like the bromeliads also. We have Dickia. Yeah, we have Dickia. We have actually Phascus galeria bicolor in our garden too. So it's considered HF. So this radio goes from 24 megahertz. Okay, I'm going to point it out to you here. This radio goes from 24 megahertz to 30 megahertz. That one goes from 24 megahertz to 30 megahertz. That one right there is a TRC 458 realistic, bought it in February 1978. That's a strictly 11 meter band, but it goes up above 40 channels and a little bit below 40 channels. And I also have other radios that do that as well, right? Art Bell, and I emailed one another. Oh, no way. Cool. That is so cool, Angela. Pahrump, Nevada. So is George Norrie still doing Coast to Coast, or is George Norrie done with that? So yeah, I call it an HF radio, H&S Palms, but really where I talk on is 11 meter band. So up above channel, 11 meter band is CB radio band from 1 to channel 40. So I usually talk up above 40 and I talk below channel 1. So it's kind of like these gray areas where I talk. No, I've never used but Art Bell. He was a ham operator. Art Bell was a ham operator. That is right. I don't know if he talks CB, but I remember him saying he was a ham operator in Pahrump, Nevada. That is so cool. I used to love listening to Art Bell because I like paranormal stuff. I like listening to things about UFOs, ghosts, Bigfoot, Chupacabra, the Jersey Devil, all of that stuff, right? Hauntings, all that stuff is sort of cool. I'd love to drive once Canada. Oh yeah, you should. So I don't know when they're going to do that. Hopefully they do that soon because I'm the same as you, E&S Palms. We're in the same wavelength, if you know what I mean. We're like-minded. And yeah, visit the palm sites. Well, go to Vancouver, E&S Palms. If you go to Vancouver, go to the west end of Vancouver. You're in palm heaven. There are so many palm trees in English Bay around in the west end of Vancouver. The streets are lined with palm trees. And then there's suburbs of Vancouver where the streets are lined with palm trees. Big ones, been there forever. I'm sorry, I thought No. Ham radio is completely different. CB radio is like 10-4 good buddy. And ham radio, you actually have to take a course and then pass the course and then obtain a license. With CB radio now, you don't really have to need a license. You don't really need a license anymore. They don't really monitor it that much. So CB radio was like, truckers had them. Channel 19 was the call channel. Channel 1 was a trucker channel. Channel 9 was emergency. And they go from 1 to 40 is where on 11 meter band. And a radio goes all over the place. They'll go to 10 meters, 20 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters, whatever. They got lots more frequencies and channels in them. So, and different antennas. He was a ham radio operator, definitely. And I used to love listening to the guy. Sorry to hear that he passed away. That's sad. I found a huge eucalyptus cinerea near the store. Oh, cool. Cinerea grows here as well. I don't bother growing with it because it's more marginal, but they do grow on our island. I've grown them before. A bad winter is going to take that one out. 6 meters. 6 meters. Okay, so around 18, close to 20 feet tall. Awesome. Breaker 19, good buddy. Smoke. Yeah, there we go. There we go. ENS Palms. Breaker 19. So watch my video. I'm going to put a video on. You know what? I'll put a video on tonight on my other channel. Watch my other channel, Jungle Joe C, and then you can see some of my radio videos on here too. If you just search Radio Talk or ham radio or CB radio or DX, because DX is long distance stuff, you can see some of my radio videos here from over the years. And like I say, I've been talking on radios now for over 44 years. So it's just kind of part of me. I love it. So in terms of bananas, do you guys grow mainly? Yeah, it's Musabaju. People here do grow. There was Musa sycamensis, Musella laciocarpa, and there's a few other guys in the Palm side who grow stuff, but mainly it is Musabaju on Salt Spring Island. There are Musa acuminata, but they got to come in the wintertime. Our winters are good for more dry, hardy plants since it's dry. See, our winters are too wet here for a lot of things. But you know what? I uploaded a video the other day. That's good nettle tea. I uploaded a video the other day, yesterday, of the aloe we have outside. We have a hardy aloe outside, and you wouldn't think that this aloe could handle our wet winters, but hey, it's growing. Yeah, Abyssinian. So Hal down the road had a huge Encente ventricosum morillii in his garden growing with Musabaju. And you know what? It died. It actually, the winter got it last year. They're not a very hardy banana, unfortunately. So Hal bought another one. And Hal's bananas, what he has there, are absolutely massive. They're huge. Wet winters are bad. They are very bad for a lot of plants. That is true. If our winters were dry here, we would be able to grow a lot more plants outside, like more palms. Like I bet you Washingtonia flifera would grow here if we had dry winters. Definitely, because it's the wet winters they absolutely hate. And Washingtonia Robusta, the wet cold, when you get a bad cold snap, they're already a bit stressed out. Yeah, it's going to kill them. Washingtonia Robusta are just a marginal palm here. But you know what does like our wet winters here are Chamaedorea radicalis, Chamaedorea microspadex, Jubea chilensis, Chamaerops humilis, Trachycarpus fortunae, we obviously know that, Trachycarpus wagnerianus, Parajubea chilensis, but I'm still not convinced that that's a long-term palm in our climate. I've yet to see any long-term palms or Parajubea torellii here. Jeff has one in his garden for a few years, looking really good. We planted one last spring or late spring, and it looks beautiful, but we haven't had any cold weather yet. The problem is it's dry in the winters here, but it's still pretty humid. Yeah, we don't have the humidity, just rain. ENS Palms fungus took all of my beach here. Oh, no. You know what you got to try? ENS Palms, you should try Bismarckia nobilis. You need to try Bismarckia nobilis, Woodiscia bifurcata, latania. If you're in the southwest part of the Sunshine State, you can grow those palms. You can grow some pretty cool palms where you are. You could probably even get away with, if you're in the tropics, telepot palm, Corypha. I think it's Urans. Is it Urans? I don't know. I guess that's what it is. It's a telepot palm. How is your zone compared to James Palms? Yeah, no. Well, he has to protect him in the winter. He's in zone 6 and I'm in zone 9A. It's completely different growing. He's about a 5.5-hour flight east of here. I can get to Hawaii as fast as I can get to his place. That's how far east he is of here. So there's no palms that can grow anywhere east of our coast without protection. That's the way it is in Canada. If you live east of the Pacific coast of Canada, every palm you grow will need winter protection. I don't care what it is. But here, those palms don't need protection. Washingtonia Robusta, there are people that grow them, and I've seen them in the ground for years, but it just takes one bad winter to kill them. Where he lives, and he's got some beautiful palms, they will always need to be boxed in, and thermal cube, you'll have to add heat with them. Otherwise, if you don't add heat, they will be dead. So it's I believe he's in zone 6, and we're zone 9A here on the islands. We're in northern zone 9A. I'm growing a bunch of crown jack palms. Kind of crazy how fungal spores are literally on everything waiting. Yeah, exactly, Camel. Exactly. Copernicia looks beautiful. Yes, that's a nice one too. Copernicia palms. Good one. Thanks for that, putting that in there. I love Cyrostachys renga. That's the lipstick palm or sealing wax palm. And that is a beautiful palm tree, very tropical. Seems to grow well in more moist conditions too. And if I could grow that, I would. So if everything works out and we end up in Costa Rica, right? If everything crumbles like the way I think it is, I want to think optimistic. I think everything's going to crumble. All the bad stuff that is happening is going to crumble. Everything's going to eventually open up, and Wendy and I will be able to get to Costa Rica. You know what I mean? And what do you think, Wendy? Yes? And growing a bunch of crown chat palm. Crown chat palms are awesome. You should try Washingtonia Robusta, which is the Cuban royal palm, which is beautiful. And I like Acelarifiridii. Acelarifiridii, I believe that's what it is, or redii, is the silver thatch palm, or the thatch palm native to Florida. And it's sort of this clumping palm that grows 25 feet tall or whatever. Beauty. Caleb, you like the outfit? You like the hat? You like that? Well, Camel called it a fedora. And hey, Wendy, I'm wearing a fedora. A fedora. Cool. Anyway, Wendy bought me this hat. Did you buy me this hat? Yeah. Wendy bought me this hat. So, I'm going to show you a cool photo I have. This one right here. And I don't know if I showed it before. This is kind of a cool pic of, and I think it's Florida. This is a really old pic of some palm trees growing in Florida. It's almost like a postcard picture. Isn't that beautiful? Somebody gave this to me years ago. It's a very old photo. So I'm thinking that's Florida. That would be amazing. This is a good time to catch nice palms on sale. Do you think palms on sale are good palms? Yeah, for sure they are. Yeah. What happens if they require? Well, they do. That's the thing. And I'm waiting for them not to require. We don't have to require it. So I'm waiting for things to change, Caleb, because I don't want the medicine. I don't want the special medicine. So we're going to wait. Okay. I'm growing a bunch. I'm just reading your comments here. Sorry, guys. This is a good time to catch. Yeah, buy some palms on sale. If they're good palms and they grow in your area, or they're indoor palms, get them on sale. I bought lots of palms on sale in the past. That would be amazing to get as much palm content. I'm going to try my best. We're going to see what goes on. And if everything works out, we will get there. If it doesn't, well, I'll just keep you live streaming from here then. Sure, if they're in good condition, you can nurse. Exactly, palms. I bought a lot of palms back in the day, especially when I lived on the mainland. You would go in the fall or late summer when they want to blow stuff out because they don't want to overwinter it, and you could get palms really cheap. 15-gallon Camarops palms for like $50. And that is no lie. I am not BSing you. Just got a job and I'm saving to move to Florida. Right on. Good for you, Caleb. So you're going to Florida. You're going to the Sunshine State. I was just saying to the boys in here, I was talking to Florida today on my radio. And let's just see. I will put that video on next. After I'm done here, I was talking to a guy in Pensacola, Florida. And he was coming in real good. And he was actually on the AM mode on regular CB radio. I was having fun on regular CB radio because the skip was coming in. And when skip comes in, it's when you can talk a long way on a regular CB radio. And what makes it come in? It bounces off the ionosphere until it reaches my antenna from Pensacola, Florida. So it bounces off the ionosphere, the ground, boom, 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 hits my antenna, and then you make the connection. Florida is an amazing place. Go to the Zone 10. Yes, I've been to Florida. I've been to Miami. I stayed at the Hyatt Regency in Miami. Palm Nation is in there. That's a pretty cool emoji. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind North Carolina. I like North Carolina, South Carolina, too, and also Virginia Beach. I really think Virginia Beach would be a really cool place to live, too. Oh, no, he's in the chat. Who's in the chat? Caleb's in here. Ian Des Palms. Palms. So there's a bunch of people in here today, but no, I think just all regular people are in here today. Anyway, it's good to have you guys in here. We had like a mixed bag today. I think you would like. I think I would like. I like the Keys. Palms. Somebody said the Keys would be a good place for me to live because it's kind of like well, it's very tropical and maybe more like Hawaii. Palms are cool in the Charlotte area. It seems decent. Some of them more cold tolerant. Yeah, there are some palms, some nice palms, native palms in North Carolina. You got Sable Minor. And you have, I believe, Rapidophyllum hystrix, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And also Sable Palmetto, native to North Carolina. And I've got a lot of seeds sent to me from North Carolina over the years. 21 is, oh, Dirty Diaper. Hey, good to see you in there. Dirty Diaper. Good to have you in there, buddy. Sweet. I gotta talk to Dirty Diaper on the radio. I was working a lot of AMDX today. I didn't hear any North Carolina today, but I talked to a few guys in Tennessee, Texas, Kentucky, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio. Man, I was talking all over the place, and Ontario. So I'm going to be listening for you. Dirty Diaper, don't have to retract the message. Come on in. That's cool that you're in there. Palms are cool. I watch your videos, and I think you got a great channel. You got to watch Dirty Diaper's channel. It's pretty cool. It's into radio stuff. I remember you from. Yeah, so he's got a good channel. I like it. Yeah, we'll listen. We'll listen for you on the DX, man. That's pretty cool. And I love the AMDX too. It's a lot of fun. Yes, it's warm and nice. I've driven jet ski at Phoenix here. Awesome in Charlotte. That's awesome. ENS Palms, fine. Well, we got a good crowd in there tonight. Current time here is 5:32 p.m. And you know what? It gets dark really early here now. You know why? Because we changed the clocks back. Don't you find it gets really dark there early? Or is it just me on this end this far north? It's like I'm looking at I'm looking out the window at 4 o'clock and it's already kind of starting to get dark. That sucks. Like I said, this morning it was raining so hard. I'm so glad I didn't have to work in that. Palm Nation, hello from Dirty Diaper. 10-4, good buddy. What palms do you grow, ENS Palms? He probably got a lot of palms down there in Florida. Gets dark 5 here. Yeah. So you can see it's starting to. We'll be the same as you, Caleb. Even here in South Florida, it was completely dark 6:30. Is in the chat pretending to be in it. Really? No way. Are you sure? Sun is down at 1800 there at your place. I think everybody's legit in here, Palm Nation. I'm pretty sure. We should end that. Sun would set at 5. Well, they're talking about it, GTA IV man. They are talking about getting rid of the time change here. And they've been talking about that for a while. But I think and California has too. So if California does it, I think Washington and Oregon will follow suit. And then BC cannot be a different time than the states below us, right? And the Pacific time zone. So they're going to change it here too. It will be the same. And I think what's going to happen, we'll spring ahead and just leave it there. I personally have Syagris, Romazophiana, Phoenix Roblini, Sable Pimento, Adonia, Marillii, Adonita Marillii is Vicia Marillii, right? Formerly known as 13 watching, and I am number 4. Thumbs up. Dirty Diaper, good to see you in there, buddy. My handle on AM is the Palm Grower. Okay? And I'll just cruise around the band if I'm going to look for some nice Skipland DX on AM. And I was down on channel 13 today. I shot a lot of videos. You'll see some of them. Check out my other channel as well. Dirty Diaper, Jungle Joe C, and I upload a lot of radio stuff there too. Yeah, he's all right. I think he's okay. Warning is in the. This is not a drill, Bigfoot mate. They could be. Got any Coco's new Safara? Yeah, he's all right. Are you sure? I don't think so. I don't think he is in here. I think everybody in here is legit, right? It does get yearly, Joe, at 18. It does. Okay, it goes down. Okay, it was like Hawaii too. Hawaii is around 6:30 or so. Palm Grower 10-4, Jungle Joe. Yeah. So my other channel, Dirty Diaper 21, is Jungle Joe C. Okay, Jungle Joe C. This is Banana JSSI, and then I also have Wendy's channel. My wife's channel is Golf, and then Island Rock. Golf, then Island Rock. But she doesn't have any. Well, she might have a couple of radio things on there, but I have a lot of radio stuff on here of me talking over the years. Yeah, go to Jungle Joe C, and you'll see some stuff on there. I think I just put a radio video on this one. I just uploaded one on this one here today when I was talking to some guys in Ontario. Put on your brain cell gas mask, contact with Bigfoot. There's not a loss of brain cells. I don't think he's in here. I don't think so. Anyway, Dirty Diaper, when you're on Jungle Joe C, just use the search engine on that channel and, just search CB Radio or CQDX or DX. That's all you got to do. And something's going to come up. Or 11 meter band radio. I'm more or less exactly in tropical Cancer. So you are in the same latitude as Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta. 34.8 north here, 48 degrees north latitude here. We are way up here, folks. I am the most northern person in this chat. Oh, thanks. Okay, thanks, Dirty Diaper. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. We like your channel. We definitely subscribed. I like radio stuff. Radio stuff has always interested me. And I'll tell you what I run. I run an Antron 99 and IMAX 2000, and then I have a lot of different radios in here. You can see the radios in our radio room. Here's some of them: the 20X RCI 2980WX bass, RCI 2970DX, TRC 458, two Texas Stars, and then there's a 52 amp Pyramid. Power supply, and then we have some D104s, lots of meters and crap in here, and then we got a bunch more radios here and there and everywhere. I think you know what it's like. You got a lot of radios. There's an individual in the chat whose channel doesn't exist anywhere, but that's you guys are good. You guys are smooth, Palm Nation. Slightly north of there, same as Mazatlan. Okay, I first watched your videos on old. Oh my God, yeah, that is a long time ago. So BJ616, Banana Joe 616. is an old channel that I started in 2007. I think it was 2007, something like that, or 2008. It was a long time ago. And I haven't uploaded to that channel for, let's just see, June, end of June 2010, I think, or beginning of July 2010. That's when I started this channel. I started this channel beginning of July 2010, something like that. So a long time ago. There's an individual in here, slightly north. Okay, I'm just reading stories. So anyway, yeah, thanks, Dirty Diaper, for checking things out. We'll listen for you on the frequency, and hopefully we can make the connection. And, I should show you my QSL cards. Dirty Diaper, here's one of them. I got white ones, too. So there's one of my QSL cards right there. Sideband years ago, I used to monitor 27805, lower sideband, but I made these cards up, and I do a lot of shortwave listening. I used to. I got a DX302 receiver there. These ones we got made in Lexington, North Carolina in 1981. So a long time ago. So that's the QSL cards I send out. And then I have some AM ones as well, right? With my old handle on them, the Goat Roper. Long time ago. Long time ago, from back in the 1970s. Note, this is not a drill. Please check your basements to ensure Bigfoot is not hiding. We will check them later on. There's an individual in the chat whose channel doesn't exist. I think that's funny. E and S, where are you from? I think from Florida. He is from Southwest Florida. What zone is the island on Lake Erie? That is the, what island was that in Lake Erie? There's Pelee Island. I don't know. Where's Pelee Island? Pelee Island is in one of the lakes. What lake is Pelee Island in? I know it's just south of Windsor, or Point Pelee. And is that in Lake Erie, you guys? What correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Shalom Anon. I like that name, Shalom Anon. Hello, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in there. Hope everybody's having a good time. Hey, I'm going to put in I should put in my funny teeth. I got some funny teeth I could wear to act silly, but I won't. I'm doing good. Had a good day today. Got a lot of stuff done. And tomorrow, if it's not raining, I'm going to get lots of stuff done. But, the rain has been relentless here. The creek is flowing. The grass is growing. And the palms are growing too. It's unbelievable, the rain we had. There was just so much rain this morning. It was like, and I heard a tree break in the forest too. You hate Islam. Okay, that's cool. Good for you. I don't know much about Islam. I don't know really anything about Islam. So I know some people don't like it, but I don't know what it's about, really. I don't really follow religion. Sunny and 70 in New York. Holy cow. It was pretty warm in southern Ontario, too. It was actually milder there than here. Hey, Ines, you never answered me due to Coco's Nucifera. I'm guessing he or she has Coco's Nucifera in Florida. Hey, Wendy, what are you up to? I'm going to have to get the bag of chips because Joe is getting hungry, and I'm going to bring him up. There was some troll talking about being there. That's not bad. No, and you got to remember, no can warm up in New York for sure. So I don't think there is palms on any island in Lake Erie, But if there is, well, I mean, sorry, without protection. I can't say there isn't. There might be palms on an island in Lake Erie. Who am I to know? Who am I to say? It's just like some people don't think palm trees grow in Canada. I had one lady say, well, you're full of crap. You're full of BS. There's no palm trees in Vancouver or anywhere on the Pacific coast of Canada. And she actually got downright mad at me. And basically, I had to flip her the bird. And I think I called her every name in the book, and then I just blocked her. That was a long time ago. I don't have Cocos nucifera personally, but my neighborhood area does. I get cool. You should try one there for sure. Easy to grow. And, you just get that coconut. Sometimes you can get them washed up on the beach. And it's amazing how they can grow in the sand. Like these palms, Cocos nucifera will grow in the beach sand. Like, where do the roots go? And wouldn't you think there'd be a bit of salt in there too? You'd think. I've tried Cocos nucifera. You guys know that. And I'm not good. Do you grow any star fruit? Oh, I love star fruit. Star fruit we grew. We had growing on Maui at the condo complex we stayed at. And hopefully one day Wendy and I will go to the condo complex again. We hope. We hope. We can only hope. We hope things open up. Phoenix deer. Oh, really? Israel. Yeah, lots of phoenix there. Absolutely. Dactylifera. Dry and hot. Coconuts are very salt tolerant. Yes. Sables are, and I guess coconuts are as well. They are able to float thousands of miles on inhabited islands in Germany. Yeah, that's pretty cool. If they can float across the ocean, land on a beach like Gilligan's Island, we'll just say Gilligan's Island. They land on Gilligan's Island, and then they grow, and then they produce fruit. And did you know coconuts are called drupes, right? Google that, guys, drupe. So they don't call it a nut. It's actually, coconut, but it's called actually a drupe, the technical name for it, right? So, and you don't want to be sitting under a coconut palm with lots of coconuts on it, because if you get hit in the head with a coconut, you could die. I heard about 600 people die each year from falling coconuts. You guys can look that up. We've been having a very warm fall so far. That's cool. Well, good for you guys out there in New York and the Big Apple, the Empire State. I've talked to New York a lot in the past. I haven't talked to them for a while, but I always enjoy talking to New York on my radios here. So, but like I say, Tennessee was booming in today. And you know what? Do I have anybody in Tennessee? Oh, I did. I recorded me talking to a guy in Tennessee. So I will put that on after. He was in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Our weather here on the Gulf Islands has been seasonal. A big pimento in the area would be awesome. Pimento palms are another one of my favorite arborescent palms. I like, what I love when they have crisscross boots on, like a Washingtonia Robusta. Didn't they have to remove all the coconut trees when they filmed Pirates of the Caribbean? Did they? No way. Why would they do that? Pirates of the Caribbean. Why wouldn't they want coconut palms? I think Gilligan's Island is actually a make-believe island anyway. It's not a real island. And, I think there's only one cast member left of Gilligan's Island. I think it's Tina Louise. I think every cast member of Gilligan's Island has passed away. The last one was Dawn Wells, Marianne. I'm talking about the picture of the... Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's beauty. Now, the biggest one I know of is growing south of us in Walt Rockefeller's garden, and he planted that many moons ago. And I think it's got around 5 or 6 feet of trunk, something like that. It looks pretty good for this far north. I was pretty impressed. I remember when it was small, because I was at Walt Rockefeller's place just about 25 years ago. Well, the fruits of the coconut trees, they left trees and they didn't protect. Okay, cool. Interesting, Camel. ENS Palms. I recently saw coconut on the IPS Facebook group where its fawn boots were still there. Oh, yeah. I like young coconut palms. I think they actually look pretty cool. Now, if this all works out and Wendy and I are allowed to escape Canada, I will say escape Canada, and we get to Costa Rica, most likely there is probably going to be some coconut palms in our garden. Bennett Brennan. I don't think he's here. I don't think he's actually in here. But then again, I don't have the troll. Even if he is, I mean, there's no swearing or tomfoolery going on. It seems to be pretty normal in here right now. When people start throwing F-bombs and stuff and that and trolling and making and bullying people, then that's not cool. Brennan, storm, stay in the internet going out. Internet's going out. Really? Hopefully a ton of coconuts and bunch of... Cool. As Garrett would always say, Bigfoot Squad is... Where's Garrett? Where is GD Gardens? You got to be in there too. Come on in. Condition 1 out of 5. So anyway, I know James Palms has a big sable pimento, but I haven't seen any recent videos of James Palms pimento. How's Gunmaker? Ooh, that's a cool name. So how's James's pimento doing, you guys? His Washingtonia is fantastic. Looks amazing. How's that pimento doing? Because I haven't seen any videos of it. I'm assuming it's still thriving. So anybody got any updates on James's pimento in Ontario? It doesn't look kind of bad. Oh, that's too bad. That was a big palm. Me personally, I would never waste my money on a big palm like that for here. They get way more heat units in the summer there, but the problem is their winters are too cold, so it's always going to need protection. Here, you'd have to put it in the hottest place possible, like possibly where they grow the olives on the southwest slope of the Burgoyne Valley. Maybe it might help. Might be okay there. I don't know. I have some robust seeds that just germinated, and they germinate fast. Gunmaker. That is a sweet name. I'm liking it. James pimento still surviving, but not amazing. It's like around me. It's okay. So like it's the one at I don't know if the one's still going at in front of the Empress Hotel in Victoria. Last time I saw it, it was in January a year ago or so. It didn't look that great. You know, it just looked like it was existing, big palm. But the Washingtonia is still growing. It's okay. They don't protect it, but it is growing right across from the harbor. But I'll tell you what is growing good is the huge Camerops, and there are trackies in the garden. Trackies, foolproof. Camerops, foolproof. Washingtonia this far north, nah, you can always expect them to get killed in a bad winter. And pimento, well, it might not be the winter that does it, but it's probably the cold, damp winter they don't like. The lack of heat units is really short fronds. Okay, yeah, so he needs the heat. He needs more heat with that thing. Maybe in the summertime, he should put like a greenhouse over top of it to get more. I wonder if they probably, you got to Google that one. I don't even know where that place is. Baharitera. I don't really know where that is. Where is it, Palms Nation? Where is that island? Is it in Lake Erie? Is it in the tropics? Whereabouts is that place? Is it by Gilligan's Island? Is it a made-up island? Is it a real island? Light, I think, for the winter. Yes, light palms is very important. So our palms, our cold frames, they receive light all winter, but they're non-heated. But you know what's amazing with our Trachycarpus in the cold frames? They don't receive any water. I put the cold frames on, was it a week or two ago? I put the cold frames on. They don't receive any water till late winter. Cyrostachys ring is insanely tropical. Yes, I love it. That's a ceiling wax palm. I was born in North Dakota, but my parents moved in. My wife lived in North Dakota. She went to school there. Is an imaginary place created by one. Is it really? Is Baja Ritera an imaginary place? Is it true? Is it not a real place? I didn't know that. You could try trackies. I tell you what, I never spotted any trackies in South Florida. I did spot a lot of trackies in Anaheim in California. They didn't look that good. You're growing coconut palm. Whereabouts are you, Gunmaker? The Erie Island is fake, but I think there is an Erie Island, isn't there? Is there an Erie Island? Uriel ochre. I'm planting weeping bottle brush. But you think? Yes, I do think they'll survive the winter in a pot if the winter's mild enough. But it also depends on the size of the pot. So remember, folks, from some of my videos, if you watch them, the bigger the pot, the safer you are. So if you have your bottle brush in a small 1-gallon pot, and you get a bad freeze down to -5 degrees Celsius or 22 degrees Fahrenheit, and it freezes the pot solid, kiss your callistemon goodbye. If it's in a big pot, it takes a lot more of lower temperatures to freeze that big pot solid because there's much more of a mass of soil in there. If you're worried about it, wrap a blanket around it, push it up against the house under the overhang, wrap some burlap around it or bubble wrap, and then the pot can't freeze. Or put it in the ground. Pelee Island. Okay, we know a Pelee Island. Hopefully, Louisiana. Oh, you're in Louisiana. I talked to Louisiana today. I did talk to Louisiana today. And yeah, I got it written down. I'll put that one on later too on my radio. Pelee Island, I've definitely heard of that. That's off of Canada, southern coast of Ontario. There are islands on Lake Elan, supposed to be called. Oh, okay, interesting, Campbell. Okay, Ian Des Palm. Most trackies down here are on the verge of dying because of the humidity. Yeah, and that is, they love it up here. Matter of fact, our trackies look better now than they did in the summer. Our trackies, they looked okay in the summer, but a lot of them looked very, very stressed, very, very sickly, some of them. Oh man, they are thriving. And when you go down into our deep ravine, it's crazy how beautiful those palms look. I'm not BSing you. You can see the video. Wendy will, hey, back me up on that. Hey, Wendy, don't those palms in the ravine look unbelievable? They're so green and they're so healthy. So when our pal Cora, Cinnamon Gypsy, gets out here next week, she wants to shoot a video down there. So I'll shoot a video of her on her with her camera, but I'm going to shoot a video of her with my camera. She's going to do some hooping down there because she said, Joe, how come I've never been down to that part of your property? So we're going to take Cora down there and shoot a video of her in among the palm trees, maybe doing a hooping session or some meditation thing down in our deep ravine among the palm trees. I think it'll be kind of cool. So stay tuned. I live on this Isle of San Andreas Fault. My coconut might grow and it doesn't get colder than 30 degrees. Yeah, they don't like very cold weather. I can tell you that, Gunmaker. I'd say bring the coconut. Yeah, you know what happened to my coconut? I brought it in and it went downhill and it was doing really well outside. I brought it in a little too late in the fall and I ended up giving it to the indoor swimming pool people and it just petered away and died because it was already on its way out. That was my fault. I should have listened to Wendy and not bought a coconut. Another one. I've lost several over the years, so I've washed my hands to ever growing a coconut palm again in a pot in this climate. But if we make it to Costa Rica, and I say if, because of all the BS that's going on right now, and it is virtually impossible for us to leave our country, if something changes and the rules change and we get out of here, and then I will grow some coconut palms. There's a coconut down the street from me, I think. So a lot of people look at palm trees, even in California, they just assume that everyone's a coconut palm. There's very few coconut palms in California, believe it or not. Oh, you just paid me. Well, that's nice. Thank you. You just gave me $1.99. You're an awesome dude. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. What do they call that? What do they call that? Hey, Wendy, what do they call that when somebody pays? You're supporting my channel, a donation. That's really nice. Thanks. Ucho, thank you very much, Ucho, for the donation. That's really nice of you. I appreciate it. And if you have a channel, hit up Ucho's channel. I give him you a plug right here. Check out his videos, like and subscribe. I'll have to check out your channel now. Thank you very much. Wendy got one the other day when I was doing a live stream. I said, that's really nice. Yeah, I would donate too. I'm on a pension. I'm just like this old age pension. Well, I'm not an old age pensioner. I don't consider myself that old, but for you young whippersnappers, I might be. So, thank you very much. I appreciate it when people do that. So it'll pay for medicine for my hoarse voice when it goes hoarse after all this flapping of my gums. Wendy, what you doing? Wendy is making dinner. The time is 5:55 p.m. Pacific time here in the North Pacific, here broadcasting live from the Southern Gulf Islands. So anyway, folks, yes, the plan is we are still going through the Costa Rican immigration process. There's a lot of paperwork to do. It takes time. So Wendy and I are just being patient. We're enjoying Salt Spring Island while we're here. If it happens and we move to Costa Rica, I will be doing live streams from down there, if and when we get there. Only place in Louisiana where coconuts will grow southernmost part. Yeah, I wonder. I've never seen any pictures of coconut palms there, but I wouldn't doubt it because it is super hot and humid. Could somebody confirm that? Does anybody have any videos of pictures of Cocos nucifera growing in the Bayou State? You can't even grow coconuts in the beach in Mississippi. Actually, the 199 I donated. It's wow. Thank you very much, Ucho. You're awesome. I love you. Thank you very much. And there's a shout out to Ucho. Hang loose, Ucho. That's pretty nice of you to do that, man. You didn't have to do that. And I totally forget. I got that thing sitting there. I see now. There's a little dollar sign there, but I totally forget about that. What's that? I think Wendy put that there on my channel. I didn't put it there. Wendy did that a long time ago. Wendy did that. She's laughing. I didn't do it. You're allowed to, so she did it. Somebody wants me. So when you reach so many subscribers, and I really don't have a lot of subscribers, but it's funny when you reach so many subscribers, you can become an influencer. So people ask me to, how do I say, advertise things for them if I want to advertise things for them. So I just got a message from somebody, and they said, "Would you like to advertise Xbox?" Was it PlayStation or Xbox? And so what they do, they send you an Xbox for PlayStation, you advertise it for them, and you promote it for them, and they actually pay you, and you have to give them kind of a price. So I said basically 1 cent for every follower, right? That's the price. So we'll see if they come back to me on that. So anyway, I haven't had any PlayStation sent to me yet, but that was only yesterday. So we'll see what happens. But I have had things sent to me from people, and I've had to do little pieces on them here. And one of them is this. This was sent to me a couple of years ago, which is kind of cool. This hooks up to your iPhone, and you can get your temperature readings from this thermometer, and it goes outside. There's quite a long cord that goes outside, and you get temperature readings that go onto your iPhone. And that was sent to me from somebody who wanted me to advertise it. Yeah. There's a guy called Redwood. I've donated. There's a guy called Mr. Beast that would have donated 100,000. Not that rich. 100,000. What? Are you kidding me? I have a coconut tree. You have a coconut tree, Gunman. You're awesome. I like you even more now because you have a coconut palm. Cocos nucifera. Why didn't you do that? No, I said, yeah. So I'm waiting for them to hear back. I have to check my emails, Camel. So we'll see what they say. And what else have I had sent to me? I've had a banana slicer. I've done something on. What else? I've had a few things sent to me by these people that want me to do advertising on it. So every time you get 5,000 subscribers, you get a little trophy when you go to your analytics. So it says 5,000. These landmark things that you've made. So how do I say? Not landmark. Achievements in YouTube, which isn't a lot for me. So 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get these little trophies in your analytics, right? So the most north in Florida they grow is Vero Beach. And I know somebody that lives in Vero Beach. He just gives away random people. I like that guy. Ucho, that guy sounds awesome. What's his name? You need to be fully frost-free climate, South Florida, grow coconuts. Yes, you do. Palm Nation knows his palms. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, that's the LA Beast. I think that's the LA Beast, isn't it? Could you imagine having that much money? I'll tell you what channel we watch, and the guy's out of Victoria, British Columbia, is called DDE. Is it DDE, Wendy? DDE. Driving something exotics. Driving something exotics. The car. I just forget the other one. DDE. Driving. Oh, he's got a lot of subscribers. He's got 3 million subscribers. And he buys these Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff. You've had it for 5 years. Wow, that's cool, Gunmaker. Only place in the continental U.S. where you can see Cocos first. Yeah, there are in California, and I'm pretty sure I spotted one when I was there the last time with the kids. We were taking a bus to Hollywood. It was down near Costa Mesa. I drove south, A1, starting in Daytona, versus saw coconuts in Melbourne area. Cool, interesting. ENS Palms, Erie Island, Daily Driven Exotics. That's it. That's what we watch. Daily Driven Exotics. Thanks, Greg. We watch that guy, and he is awesome. Those two guys are great. Daily Driven Exotics. We love when he gets pulled over by the cops. And man, that guy's got money to buy some of these cars. They were at a car buying spree the other day, and I mean, they're looking at cars that are worth $2 million. It's unbelievable. These Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. What other one did they have? McLaren. They didn't have a McLaren, but their friend had a McLaren, and it was worth $20 million. Like, that is insane. Even if I had that much money to afford one, I don't think I would spend $20 million on a car. That is just crazy. Why? $20 million on a car. If you had it in the ground for 5 years, if you've had in there because nope. You know, it'd be cool, Gunmaker. You could do a video of your coconut palm. Coconut palms are awesome plants, and I wonder if it does. Does it produce coconuts down there? You could do a short video of a coconut palm. That would be kind of cool. You know, another good one to try, Gunmaker, is Bismarckia nobilis, and I think I like those as much as coconut palms. Coconut palms personify the tropics, right? Rich people look broke because they don't waste their money expensively instead. There you go, right? Ucho, yeah. So, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't change a thing if I was rich, and I'm not rich. I'm far from rich. I would not change a thing. I would still drive my little Mazda pickup truck, which I love. I would still drive my Harley, which I love. And I would still do live streams, which I love because I like interacting with people on here. And, you know, the one thing I do miss about my job, because I'm always interacting with the public with my parks job, and now that I'm on a permanent vacation, I don't interact with the public as much. So you guys are my public. I put a blanket over a few times. Is that right? Gunmaker, that's cool. So how tall is it? It's only 4 feet tall. Yeah, mine was probably about a few feet tall, and then it just kind of packed it and died. Unfortunately, I am very bad at growing coconut palms. I think Wendy's going to come up here and visit me in a minute. Wendy, what was I going to do? I was going to look at something here. Oh, I got this old photo album, old school photos, long before the internet. And so, you know, I take pictures of the palms in front of the local pub. Okay, so there's the palms in front of the local pub when they're a little smaller in Ganges, and there's my son in his stroller. There's my 20, he's 21 now. He is over. There's Trevor in his stroller in front of the palms in front of the local pub. I got a picture of them when they're even smaller, and I'm going to try to find it. I don't know if it's in here. Might have it in here somewhere. Not even a blank without. Hey, my palm brother. Hey, Rocky Clemens. I hope all you're as well. Kentucky Waggy Palm Grow. I've been watching your. Oh, cool, man. You're awesome, Rocky. Cheers to Rocky. Shout out to Rocky. Thanks for watching, man. And glad to have you in there. And I've seen your name in here before. And we love you, Rocky. Actually, I was talking to Kentucky today. I was working the bluegrass state on my two-way radio. There was a lot of bluegrass state coming in, a lot of volunteer state, and Tennessee and Kentucky were booming in here. Okay, so I'm just trying to see if I can find. Hey, I got a really cool pic. So camarops do grow in the tropics. We know that. Can you see those pictures on the top here? Those are camarops growing in the Honolulu Zoo. Look at that. Aren't those beautiful? That's Honolulu Zoo camarops. And here's a really cool pic. Here's a giraffe. I took a picture of a giraffe reaching for some Brahia edulis seeds. Right there. Look at the giraffe. He's got his tongue sticking out, and he's trying to get the Brahia edulis seeds. That's also in the Honolulu Zoo, which is kind of cool, don't you think? Let's see what else we got here. Hey, my palm brother. Okay, I read that. Let's go look at pictures of my palms to tell you what it is. Okay. I get down into the mid-teens 3 years ago. Last winter, my friend in South Louisiana. Okay, so let's just see what we got here. I'm just looking at some old palmy pics. Old palmy pics on Salt Spring, and I can see if I can find the palms growing at the local pub. And I know I have another photo of them somewhere else. It might not be in this photo album, but I got a lot of photos in here. Oh, check this out. Okay, so the palms in front of the Chamber of Commerce. Check out, there's one of my palms years ago, and the Chamber of Commerce was a different color back then. Look at it. Those are the ones that are up to the roof line now. Isn't that crazy? And there's a eucalyptus tree beside it. Awesome, eh? Oh, yeah. There is a date palm that used to grow in Ganges. That one lived for 10 years right there. This is an old picture. This is growing along the boardwalk in Ganges. That's a Phoenix canariensis date palm. And the winter of 2008 killed that one. It was planted in the late 1990s, and the December 2008 freeze killed it, unfortunately. That's the way she goes up there this far north, folks. And there's the Sable Rosea years ago, right there with Trevor standing beside it. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's get back into the live stream and I'll stop flapping my gums here and boring you to death. Online picture says it's a royal paw. Online as picture. Okay. Last winter, my friend in South Louisiana lost Zonai Livistona. Mine looks like a foxtail palms are awesome. Woodisha bifurcata. You should make a TikTok account. You gain like, really? Is that right? Oh, maybe I should. You should make a TikTok account. But 100 times much, man. Really? Are you kidding me? A TikTok account? Wow. Yeah, I don't know much about TikTok. Maybe I should look into it. I'm on MeWe. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Salt Spring Island Tribe. What else am I on? Instagram. But you know what? I actually can't post pictures on Instagram anymore because when I retired from my Parks Department job, tomorrow will be 2 weeks. I'm actually on vacation time. I had it in my phone. Is TikTok owned by China? Is it really? I'm not too sure about TikTok. I really don't know anything about TikTok. Like, is TikTok videos or is TikTok pictures? I don't know what TikTok is. Is TikTok? I'll check it. I'll check it out. I'm just not too sure about TikTok. Can anybody join TikTok? And do you have to be on a cell phone, like an iPhone? Because I don't have an iPhone. So you have to be on an iPhone to post photos because I have 0 iPhones. Wendy's got an iPhone. Yes, but and there are in America. Oh, so I would prefer it if there's an American version of TikTok, but I will check it out for sure. There, Yucho. Okay, I like that name. Is owned by China. It's banned. Is it actually banned? I think Trump wanted to ban it. Oh, it's a short video app. Okay, so is it an app just for phones? Is that what it is, or is it? Can you actually get the app on computer? See, I'm live streaming you on my laptop. Oh, Duyon. So the weird thing about Instagram, and I really like Instagram because it's nice to post pictures on there, but you cannot post any photos on Instagram from a laptop. Why is that? You have to have an iPhone. Palm Nation is based in America, and it's based in America. Okay. And it's an Android. Okay. Thanks, Ucho. I own the app. You own the app. So yeah, it won't work for me, unfortunately. And how short do the videos have to be, or how long do the videos have to be on TikTok? Like here, I can stream for 5 hours if I want to. I can stream for 15 minutes if I want to. Is there a time limit for the videos on TikTok? TikTok is owned by China. It's amazing what is owned by China these days. I think, you know what? I think Canada is owned by China. I'm starting to think that way. And you guys watch my video, Chinese military-like soldiers on Salt Spring Island. Have you seen that? I'm going to tell you something. When I shot that video, I didn't think it would go viral. It's just, I put stuff on here and I forget about them, right? So I shoot this 35-second video, and Donald Trump even mentioned it. It was in one of his meetings. He had a speech, and he's up there on the thing, and as he's walking away, he kind of says into the microphone, and we'll check out and see what's going on with that Chinese military stuff going on the West Coast. I was thinking, holy cow, I wonder if he's talking about my video, because a lot of conspiracy theorists picked up on my video, lots of them, and that's what made it go more viral. Minute, okay, Gunmaker Minute. Interesting, okay. Very interesting. Yeah, so, but I haven't seen the Chinese military-like soldiers since I shot that video in 2018, which is going to be 4 years in March. March 21st, 2018, I shot that video, and I haven't seen them since, right? And I kind of hope I do see them again so I can shoot another video. And I had a few people actually tell me to take that video down. And you know what? You're allowed to shoot videos in any public place, just like you're allowed to shoot a video of a cop in a public place giving you a ticket. So DDE, the car guy, he always has his camera rolling. And I know some cops don't like to be videotaped, but that guy knows his rights. YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels are safe alternatives. Okay, interesting. Okay, Palm Nation. Okay, go to my channel here and look up Chinese military-like soldiers. That's what you got to look at. Chinese military-like soldiers. Watch the video. And then you can watch the interviews with me on the news talking to me about what I saw that day. lose points. China has social credit system where if you say anything bad about the, oh really? No way. I'm sure Open Canada does not bring in that social credit system. That is not cool, man. That is not cool at all. Well, China has it. The social credit system where you lose points. China has it. It says China has a social credit system where if you say anything bad about the government, you lose points. That is crap. That's communism. And you know what? I can't stand communism. I'm about freedom of speech, but you know what? Unfortunately, we have a guy running this country that likes that sort of stuff. And that's what worries me. So we need some people out there to, be more into the freedom thing. I'm about revolution, maybe like Mexico has. I saw a monkey. You saw a monkey there the other day? What? Really? You guys got monkeys? We got a stuffed monkey in the living room. And it's funny. Wendy shot a video of the dog harassing the monkey. You say Taiwan is? I like Taiwan. I think, there's some palms. There is a palm in Taiwan, Arenga angleri, native to the mountains of Taiwan, that might work in cooler areas of the Northwest. And we also grow Schefflera taiwaniana in our garden, which is native to higher elevations of Taiwan. And so far, it has seemed to be foolproof here on our island. And I don't like that when you say something bad about the government and they're going to take points away from you. That is just absolutely wrong. Who do they think they are? It's everything that's going on right now is not good. TikTok has social credit memes. Do they really? I'm going to have to check out TikTok. I mean, I could probably check it out on my computer here, but I just cannot post any videos there. And you know what? I'm really happy the live stream is working really well right now. I better knock on wood because it may die. It's like the other day I said, it's windy out there and I wouldn't doubt the power is going to go out. And the minute I said that, the power went out. So TikTok has tons of social credit memes of just people making fun of the system. That's interesting. China and, hey, is there internet in North Korea? They call John Cena. John Cena. Isn't John Cena like a wrestler? Wasn't he a wrestler? Hey, I'm going to ask you guys something. Maybe you know that. Do people have access to the internet in North Korea? I'm curious. Can they actually go on Facebook in North Korea? I own a blue crab company here, so I can buy all the palm. A blue crab company? Cool. They have blue crabs in Hawaii too, I believe, because I've seen blue crabs there. And they have another one that's a mud crab, kind of like it lives down in the mud on the Alawai Canal. Because when we're sitting on the Alawai Canal, there's guys with crab traps there. So, hey guys, ask you a question. Maybe some of you guys know, does North Korea have internet? Can the people, the citizens of North Korea go on Facebook or stream like I'm doing on YouTube? Is that possible for them to do that? North Korea has their own internet. There's only 20. Mostly. That's what I thought. Okay, propaganda. Wendy and I watched a show on North Korea, and a lot of stuff was actually staged to make the government look good. People are living in fear there. It is their own censored internet too. The lucky ones who can get unbelievable, eh? Do you grow sugar? We don't grow sugar. We can't grow any sugar here. Really? So it probably, I think North Korea, the internet there makes the US and Canada and other countries look really bad, and it probably glorifies them. What an awful place to live, man. Isn't that awful? You wonder why so many people escape and go to South Korea. That's why, right? Isn't that crazy? No Facebook, no Twitter, no YouTube, no anything. What's that? We got to go to Texas. You chose no Facebook, no Twitter, no YouTube. Unbelievable. No anything in North Korea. It was actually quite disturbing. Wendy and I watched the documentary in North Korea. And you can't say bad things about the government there, man. It is just like, whoa. Here you can still do that in Canada, whatever you want to call this place. The guy running the country, we don't particularly like him. Most people I know out west do not like the guy running the country. So hopefully there'll be some big changes. I don't like the guy at all. I cannot stand him. I don't even like looking at his face. Don't like his voice. There's a bunch of them like that we do not like. So I don't know. I just believe in karma, and I think karma will catch up with him. If you make fun of the government, you will get sent to brood. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Yucho, along with everyone else in your family. That's right. Isn't that scary? There's a joke, jacking off, that my buddies up with me, jacking off. Ha! We used to call a guy Mr. Me Off. His first name was Jack. I'm serious. There was a guy we used to call him. I couldn't figure out why they called him Mr. Me Off. And I said, his first name is Jack. I think, okay, that was 40 years ago. He was a truck driver. He used to pick up mushrooms from our farm many, many years ago. Wow. So North Korea would not be a good place to live. So I'm wondering, would I be able to talk on my two-way radio in North Korea? That's one place I've never heard on my radio is North Korea. Never, ever heard a station come in from North Korea. So I'm assuming there are no CB radios. There are no ham radios. Do they have radios there? Yeah, they probably have AM, FM radios, but like you say, it's probably all government propaganda and things that glorify the government. Oh, communism is the worst. It is just like the worst thing ever, communism. I believe in freedom of speech and freedom of choice. And there's a lot of things I don't like what's going on right now in this country. And it's very upsetting to me. Where's my American flag? I want to wave it. Oh, it's downstairs in the basement. I got to bring it back up here. But I do have an American flag. I have a Hawaiian flag covering up my motorcycle. I had the Canadian flag. I got a Hawaiian flag over top of it. So there you go. Anyway, guys. Hey, Wendy, when's dinner? Soon. So soon. My stomach is growling. My stomach is growling. Can you believe that? I haven't had, well, we had poutine for lunch, and the poutine was absolutely awesome. They are evil. Piece of me. I don't like communism, man. It's not cool, man. It's not a cool thing. And I hope that's not the way Canada's going. It kind of seems that way. I don't want to believe it is. And I'm hoping people do rebel. There's a lot of protests going around these days, and more people need to protest to get their freedom back. You know, I'm still live streaming to you here, and I'm still speaking my mind, but I know there's a lot of stuff censored on Facebook, and Facebook is actually a U.S. Company, but there's still a lot of things they censor on there. There's a lot of things they censor on here. So I got to watch what I say. So that's why when I'm talking about certain things, I say special medicine or world flu, you know, and you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, some of you people have had 2 tablespoons of special medicine. If you protest in China, you could get shot with a tank. Like, no way. Are you kidding me? With a tank? Holy cow. You go out with a bang. Hopefully Canada takes same route as England, US. Yes. I think that's starting to happen, isn't it, Wendy? Some places are starting to reject it, like in Ontario. Yes. Yeah,
they had a court order.
Court order.
About mandating that people get it or they're
Yeah. Well, what I think is crazy, it's mandated if you don't get it, that special medicine, you can lose your job. And that's happening all over. Oh, so there's a cease and desist order where in Ontario? Okay, so they're hoping the cease and desist order will go across Canada because what is going on is completely criminal and it goes against, you know what? Read Bill S201 in the Canadian, I guess it's the Charter of Rights or whatever. Bill S201, Section 42-1. What's going on here is totally unlawful, but people comply. Canadians are too nice. I think Americans are a little bit more hardcore, and that's what I like about you Americans. You're hardcore. You stand up for your rights. You know what I mean? So Canadians are a little soft, a little nice, maybe a little too polite. And I'm not saying Americans aren't polite, but they're too soft. And oh yeah, it's okay. I'll do it. I'm not like that. I think I'm more like an American here. You know what I mean? What? Can we go to the States for asylum? Yeah, Wendy wants to move to the States now. For asylum. Would you sell a full palm tree from your property? No, never would. I will never sell a full palm tree. Yeah, we're starting to grow bigger ones. We have lots in our nursery because we really don't know how long this immigration thing is going to take. So we got lots in the nursery and we do sell them here. Even in Seattle, people are waking up to the left election. Seattle rejected the so-called progressive socialists. Good, piece of me. That makes me happy to hear. And Seattle's not that far south of us, just a little over 100 miles as the crow flies. Has anyone tried Eucrancis? Manipure, I have it. We have a nice one in our garden. I planted it as a seedling and it's thriving. I got to go to bed here in PA. Oh, you're in PA. Awesome. The Keystone State. Well, thank you very much for joining in there. Please join in again. You're awesome. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I really don't know if anybody's a guy. Well, I know some of you guys are men and some are women, but I don't know. So anyway, thank you for joining in and making the contribution. That's really sweet of you. And have a great night. It is 6:22 p.m. here on the Southern Gulf Islands of British Columbia. UCHCO, please join in again and check out his channel. Do you have videos I can watch? Do you have videos on your channel? And I will check it out. I'm going to write that down right now. UCHCO. YouTube. Okay. I appreciate that. That was really nice of you to do that. Has anyone tried Truckee cars? Yes. So, piece of me, I have a Manipure in the garden, and it's never been damaged by winter, and it's thriving. Okay. So I'm guessing they're fully hardy for this area. But there hasn't been any really super cold temperatures since December 2008. Anyway, Uchoko. That's how you say it, Uchoko. Have a great night over there in the Keystone State. And I've talked there many times too. I have a lot of QSL cards and postcards from Pennsylvania. And I have a friend that lives in Wernersville, Pennsylvania, right? Wernersville, Pennsylvania, and he does grow palm trees. He grows needle palm, sable minor. He had a huge Trachycarpus fortunei, but the last polar vortex nuked it, unfortunately. Planted it in 1988. It was 20 feet tall. He covered up with blankets and stuff, maybe usually on Christmas light when it got cold. And unfortunately, it died. And I remember years ago, it was featured in HPI, Hardy Palm International, one of our journals. Do I have any Hardy Palm International journals here? I do. They're in the closet, but I really don't feel like getting them out. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. That's what happens when you reach 57 years of old. 57 years of age. You kind of forget what you're going to say. That is awesome. I thought I heard you talking about the Manipure Prius. Someone supposed to pick one. I will take a video of it tomorrow for you, piece of me, and you can see what our Manipure looks like. And I still call it Manipure. I know you call it Eucarylensis. I can't really pronounce that name, so I'm just going to call it Manipure. But it's obviously a high elevation palm tree that likes the North Pacific climate. So if it grows here, it will just as easily grow in Seattle. Not a problem. Lots of cool palms in Seattle. I know that for a fact because I've been to Seattle many times. We used to have friends that lived down in Bremerton, Gig Harbor, and we'd stay there. And there's lots of palm trees in Bremerton too. There are lots of palm trees in Olympia, Washington as well. There are palm trees in Olympia. Not Olympia. What's the one at the base of the mountains there? Olympia is the capital. The one where you go across from Victoria. Why has it slipped my mind? Olympia is the capital. What's that one across from Victoria? You take the boat across, and I've been there, and I've stayed there overnight. Which one is it, piece of me? Right at the base of the Olympia. What's the capital of? Okay, now my mind's messed up. Olympia. No, Port Angeles. That's it. Port Angeles. That's where I've been. Port Angeles across from Victoria. There are palms there too. Yes. Manipure is easier to say. Yeah, I'm going to say Manipure. And you know what? Ours is doing really well. So tomorrow, if it's not chucking her down with rain, I will shoot a video of Trachycarpus Manipure. And you can see what that baby is doing out there. All right. It's a beautiful palm tree. And I didn't grow that one from seed. Somebody sent it to me as a seedling from Southern California. And it's doing very well. Doing very well. I think he's the same guy that sent me that Queen hybrid palm tree that I call it the Sigris. It's a Sigris mule, right? Sigris putea. And I did actually put a plastic bag over it. And we'll see how it does. This year I planted it in February 2018, and it's still growing strong. So hopefully it makes it through another winter. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm more concerned about the Paragibea trellii because that's a very expensive palm tree. So I'm going to have to put a patio umbrella over it. I'm watching the forecast. When we're going to get some freeze, I'm going to put a patio umbrella over top of that thing. I've heard they can take down to -7 degrees Celsius. So that's pretty cold hardy for a pinnate species that looks like a coconut. And that's called a mountain coconut. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm going to roll soon because I'm starting to get hungry, and I didn't realize I was going to go for an hour and 27 minutes and 4 seconds. That's a long time to live stream for. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, you know, my friend bought it for a piece of me, and I tell you what, that palm was over $450, and I didn't pay a cent for it. He says, Joe, try it out. He's got a lot of money. He's a great guy. He's like the most generous guy in the world, the most awesome guy you'll ever meet, and a fellow palm grower. He's the guy that lives southeast of Vancouver. I got him into growing palm trees over 30 years ago, and we planted some palm seedlings in his front yard back in the day, and they are probably 25, 30 feet tall now. And they're self-seeding. He's in zone 8A, 8B. And so he's the one that got me the Parajubea. So we're going to put it to the test. I have a Parajubea cocoides, and then I also have Parajubea torrelii. I have Siraxalon as well, which is the Andean wax palm. That's awesome of your friend. He's a super good guy. You'd love him. He's actually in a lot of Wendy's videos. She calls those ones Foodie Phil. So if you go to Gulf Island Rock, you will see Foodie Phil. You just punch in Foodie Phil, Gulf Island Phil, because Phil loves to cook. Whenever Phil comes out, Palm Tree Phil, I'll call him Palm Tree Phil. Wendy calls him Foodie Phil. Whenever Phil comes out to stay with us, he always brings dinner, and he likes to cook dinner. He's a foodie, and whenever you go visit Phil, he'll take you a restaurant to different restaurants. Where do you want to eat? And he will take you there. So he likes to cook when he's here. He's a totally amazing guy. His wife's a nice lady, and they got great kids, really good family. And that's how I met Phil. I met Phil at I won the garden contest when I lived south of Vancouver. He won the garden test in his area contest when he lived south of Vancouver. And we met when we were picking up our awards. And I won large space in my location. And they were showing slides of people's gardens and giving a bit of a talk. And I was the only guy that had palm trees in my garden. And it caught a lot of people's attention because palm trees do that. And that's when Phil came up and talked to me. He says, hey, I loved your slides. I liked your garden. Palm trees. I didn't know palm trees could grow here. Tell me about them. I want to see. He says, well, I invited him to my garden. I had tons of palm trees growing. One thing led to another. Next thing you know, Phil's growing palm trees, and he's been a palm grower for over 3 decades now. That was in 1990, in the summer of 1990. So anyway, he's a good guy, and where I hope that Parajubea makes it through the wintertime. My predictions on winter, not so cold. Some people say, well, it's going to get really cold. We'll just have to wait and see. One day at a time. I'm going to say not so cold. I've already made my predictions, and I've put them on YouTube, right? So we're going to find out no temperatures below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. If we do, there's going to be some casualties. Some of the more marginal stuff will freeze, but that's the joys of growing stuff this far north. Okay, guys. Anyway, I'm going to roll out of here, grab something to eat, go socialize with my better half, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining in, and join in next time on the next live stream. Not too close. Yeah, well, we're going to find out. I'm guessing no. I'm going to say less snow and less cold. Maybe more rain, La Nina, more rain, but more snow inland. Okay, peace of me. Take care. Have a good one, you guys. Cheers and aloha from the Southern Gulf Islands, your neighbors to the north. And it was a pleasure to have you guys in there. I always like seeing your names pop up on the live stream. All right, I better go get something to eat because it's 6:30 and my stomach says, Joe, you better eat something because I'm hungry. So take care, hang loose. Bye to all you guys, and it's been a slice.